Hello, it's Lori here, and here we are with our Excel worksheet made from our CSV file, which we showed you how to do in the other video, in another video. So here we're going to do a simple linear regression where we're going to predict quality, which is our Y variable, or the one we want to predict, based on a single variable, and in this case we're going to choose alcohol, and that will be our independent variable. Doing a regression in Excel is super easy. First of all, you need to go to the Data tab and use your Data Analysis Toolkit. If you don't have your Data Analysis tools installed, please see the video on how to do that. So we'll pick that. We want to do a regression. We hit OK, and it pops up whatever you did last. And in this particular case, I was just doing this, so it will... but this is how you will actually find it when it first pops up. So the first thing we want to do is input our dependent variable, or our Y variable. And in this case, it's quality. So what we're going to do is highlight that little box and indicate that we want the whole quality column of data. We don't want the whole column because that will include lots of rows of no data, and that will confuse the tool pack. So we just want the ones that have data in it. Rather than scroll all the way down through 1,600 lines in this case, I can highlight just the top few, hit Control Shift and down arrow, and I will pick up all of the data in that column. And in fact, I've got column L from row 1 through 1,600, so that looks good. Next, I want to put in my independent variable. I'm going to pop myself right back up to the top. I'm going to highlight alcohol and the first few rows of data. I'm going to hit Control Shift and arrow down, and I'm going to pick up that whole column of data, but not the whole column. And that looks good too. I've got K1, which is the column I want, rows 1 through 1,600. That looks good. Now I do have labels on my data, so I'm going to go ahead and click that. And I want to do a confidence level of 95%. That's pretty typical, and I think it's safe to use that. You can put your output right on the same page, but I like to use a whole new worksheet, and so I click on that button, and that is the default. And also I'm going to go ahead and print the residuals on the new worksheet so that I can take a look at them for some more information. So I'll go ahead, click that, double check everything I clicked, and hit OK. Here is my regression output. I'm going to go ahead and highlight the rows in which there are, the columns in which there are data, and I'm going to double click so they all become wide enough so that I can see each of the labels on the data. And that is all we needed to do a simple regression. One thing I'd like to note is I like to label my tabs, and so here I'm going to put simple regression and the word alcohol, so it's easy for me to find what it was that I did. Good luck!